So hello, today I'm in Canewdon in Essex and I'd like to talk to you about the lockup, the stocks and the whipping posts that are here. They were built in 1775. Now historically the village lockup was a building for the temporary detention of people who had committed a crime. Most courts and jails were not within walking distance of Canewdon. Now, the local nicknames for the lockup included the blind house, the bone house, the cage, the kitty and the lobby. And it looks like Canewdon's was known locally as the cage. And from the inside it's got thick oak frame which would resemble a cage of sorts. Now most lockups were built in the 18th and 19th centuries when rural communities struggled to police crime. And lockups were synonymous with drunkenness, like today that would be drunk and disorderly. Now, some lockups had stocks, pillories or whipping posts set up alongside them. Now the pillory, for example, was a post or a frame in metal and wood, and it would have a metal framework for securing parts of the person such as the hands, the ankles or the neck. Basically it was designed for public humiliation. And so often physical and verbal abuse would follow from members of the public, so perhaps there'd be some personal vendettas to settle. The term pillory came over with the Normans in 1168, and such instruments were very popular across England, Europe and Scandinavia. Now deciding on the location of the lockup or the pillory would be of great importance. They were designed to increase public visibility of the person involved, such as a marketplace or a crossroads. Now Canewdon's original location was by the village pond, which was also close to the crossroads and the Anchor Inn, which is still there. Now often a placard would be placed detailing the crime committed. In addition to being jeered and mocked, those in the stocks or the pillory might be pelted with rotten food, mud or offal or anything else that could come to hand. Now according to Essex Police's website, there's 15 lockups that's still in existence, but thankfully none of them are in use. Canewdon's lockup and stocks stood on land not far from the workhouse and the pond house. And there may also be a possibility that the pond itself had a ducking stall, but I'm not sure. Now from the 1830s stocks fell out of use, and from 1836 the use of the lockup diminished as full-time paid police officers replaced the village constable, and so on. Police stations would be built with purpose-built cells. So I think what we do is we'll go and make our way to the lockup itself. So in front of us is the Parish Church of St Nicholas. Always, always your best side.
You know how to talk to ladies.
So this is St Nicholas Church. This tower was built by Henry V, whose family were connected to this area. Now, records show that in 1914 Canewdon's Lockup was refurbished, and it looks like at this time the stocks and the whipping post were still outside in their original positions. Now in 1938 everything was moved to the location we have here, which is the east side of St Michael's. Sorry, St Nicholas, and it's a location called Anchor Lane. And here we have it, straight in front of us. See, it's quite small. Now, in 1959, this lockup was made a Grade 2 listed building because of its historic importance. And in 1983, it's completely renovated. So you've basically got new shiplap boards, new roof tiles, and foundation, I believe. Now, until recently, there was a board that hung over the front. You can see the holes there, 4 holes. And this would identify the building, along with a round plaque presented to Canewdon for its 900th anniversary of the Domesday Book. Both were sadly stolen. By coincidence, St Michael's Church is associated with the patron saint of St Michael, who is the saint of repentant thieves. It'd be nice to see if both the plaque and the board could be returned. I did also read that from time to time they leave this open, the door open. You can see inside the oak framework, and the stocks and pillory is still there. So if we have a look what's on view from the outside, you've got the original 1775 iron shackles. So obviously they put the lock through there. I did notice some sort of strange, what's that, like a cross? I don't know what that is, and so on. And then it's got a diagonal brace which goes across to the padlock there, and then the bottom one is like so. So it'd probably have 2 padlocks on it, and on the inside is a really sturdy oak frame, which is where it got the name, the cage, from. And then you've got the iron grille, which is original, and you can see inside the original oak posts. Give a bit of ventilation. And if you want the location of where it come from originally, it's like Anchor Lane. So up there, the distance will be the Anchor pub, and if you walk past that on the right hand side, you will find the original pond, which is still there. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much.